Okay, here we are on page 2, and we're going to finish up this exercise in this video. The first thing we got to do is set our margins and columns so they're correct. So just like we did before, I'm not going to zoom in on this layout. Margins and columns. Set the margin to 0.25 like we did before. Hit the tab key. Set the columns to 2 columns. And then click OK. Draw a text box in the upper left here. So enable the text tool and click, hold, and drag, and just make a nice big text box, maybe like halfway down. So we'll flow the type into here. So let me jump to page 1 here. I could use my wheel mouse. I like to use the Pages palette here. So just like we did before, enable the black arrow, click once on this faded red square on our text box, and then it becomes a deeper red. Click again, then we get the loaded cursor. Go to the new text box we have on page 2, click anywhere over this, and then it flows in. So that's cool, everything's wonderful. With the black arrow enabled, you can close up the text box a little just so it's nice and neat. Okay, and save your file. Next, we're going to put a new image in here. So let's make sure that our images layer is enabled. Again, just because I'm overly cautious or something, or because I screw up a lot of stuff, I'm going to lock down any layer that I'm not using because I want to make sure that the image goes to the image layer. I'm being cautious, you don't have to do that, but make sure the images layer is enabled. Draw a rectangle frame tool and just make a nice big one spanning the column. It doesn't have to come all the way to the bottom here. Now you can go File, Place like we did before, but if you look at this, if you go over, hover over File, Place, you'll see that there's the keyboard shortcut is here. For the Mac, it's Command D as in dog. For the PC, it's Control D as in dog. So if you have a big complicated InDesign project, this keyboard shortcut really will save you a lot of time. So I'm going to do Command D, or you can do Control D, and it will go to the folder I've been working in. And I'm going to choose this file called Zach 18th birthday. This is my cat Zach. If you hear some meowing or crying in the background, this is him, and he's 18 years old. So he's been around. So anyway, select that and click Open, and it'll come in here. And let's do something a little bit different. With the bounding box visible, click Object, Fitting. Let's fill frame proportionally. Last time we did fit, this time we're going to do fill. And it'll span, however big you made the text box is how big the image will be. A couple things. Number one, notice that layers are color coded. So here my images layer was coded red. InDesign picked it. I could change it if I want to, but what for? The type layer is blue. If you see the bounding box around this image on the image layer is red, so that tells me I'm on the right layer. Another thing is if I select the white arrow, the direct select tool, and click on the image, you will see like the bounding box now goes outside the frame, which is fine. So like I can, with the white tool enabled, I can like move the image within the frame, but I really don't want to do that. Or you can grab the corner, hold down Shift and Shift, hold down the Shift key and the Option or Alt key to kind of size this. So like if you really wanted to zoom in on the kitty, that would be cool. But anyway, what's interesting and helpful to us is this is the image, size, this bounding box, when I click it with the white arrow. When I export this as a PDF, it'll truncate this. It'll only save this part of the image that we're showing here, okay, which is good because that'll save us memory on our PDF. So that's kind of cool. So anything outside, only images within the frame that you can see will be displayed in your PDF. All of this information out here, once it goes to the PDF, will be deleted, which is okay because we have our image safely saved in our folder on our hard drive, right? Okay, so this is all I wanted you to do for this project. So the final step is to save it, all right? And then to export it as a PDF for print. We've been using interactive, we're going to use print, remember. So File, Export, choose Adobe PDF for print. Now it'll go into the same folder where your InDesign document resides, which is good. That's what you want. It'll be the same file name .pdf. Click Save. All of these parameters are okay. You can hit the drop-down menu and choose your own high-quality print. Click Export, and nothing will happen, right? You'll have to go to your desktop, and just give me a second here. I know it's taking me a long time because I have a complicated file system here. So here it is. I went to the folder we've been working in, and here is the PDF that we made. And we can double click on it, and this is what it looks like. All right, so your file should look similar to this. I got some really weird typography things going on here with the placeholder text, but that's okay. There's a couple periods missing there, that's why. But I don't care about that. Don't worry about that. So this is what your file should look like. This is not good typography, gang. Okay, we'll get to typography later in the course. Anyway, so upload this file, upload the 2 screenshots I asked for, and this is a small file. Upload the InDesign file as well. So in the instructions for this exercise, I will specify that I need 2 screenshots, the InDesign file, and the PDF formatted for print. So this concludes the exercise, and I think these little things that you've learned in this exercise, although very simple, they will apply on down the road for every other InDesign project that you'll be doing in this course.